India Global.
India Global.
Hello and welcome. Join us on a trip to the largest African country. The Sahara Desert sweeps over 80% of this land, with the Sirocco, the hot, dusty, sand-laden wind blowing in summer.
The parallel ranges of the Atlas Mountains run across the north, and beyond it, azure waters of the Mediterranean.
Temperatures can touch a sizzling 51 degrees Celsius, but you can also ski on the icy slopes of the mountains.
It is among the 20 countries with the largest oil reserves in the world, as well as Africa's leading natural gas producer.
Writer and Nobel laureate Albert Camus was born here.
Fibonacci, the mathematician, lived here.
And fleet-footed Olympians Hasiba Bulmerka and Nuruddin Murcelli come from here.
Popular footballer Zinedine Zidane is of, yes, Algerian descent. Let's go to Algeria. That was a clip of Shabi music from Algeria. The People's Democratic Republic of Algeria is located in North Africa. It has a presidential form of government with a bicameral parliament. Arab Berbers make up the majority of the population.
Islam is the main religion and Arabic the official language. Algiers, on the Mediterranean coast, often called the White City because of the gleaming exteriors of its colonial buildings, is the capital of the country. Diplomatic relations between India and Algeria were established in 1962, the year Algeria gained independence from France. Warm and friendly ties go back to a shared colonial experience, says India's ambassador to Algeria, Kuldeep Singh Bharadwaj.
The relationship of India and Algeria date back to 1926, when Pandit Nehru, who later on became the first Prime Minister of India, met Messali Haj, a prominent Algerian nationalist, in Geneva during an international conference against colonialism. After India became independent, it took Algeria's struggle for independence up at various fora, including the United Nations. We also recognized Algeria as a nation for the Bandung Summit in 1955. India facilitated the opening of a Bureau of National Liberation Front, the political and military organization fighting with the French colonial forces for Algeria's independence in 1959.
India and Algeria are co-founders of the Non-Aligned Movement.
After its independence in 1962, Algeria and India marched together as the founder members of Non-Aligned Movement. Mrs. Gandhi visited Algeria for the NAM Summit in 1983. Algeria has also a distinction of being the country which assisted in coining the terms New International Economic Order and South-South Cooperation. India and Algeria fought against colonization and for developing countries together at various international and multilateral fora.
2013 marked 50 years of the establishment of diplomatic relations between India and Algeria. The then Minister of State for External Affairs, Mr. E. Ahmed's visit to Algeria to commemorate both these and the 50th anniversary of Algerian independence provided an opportunity to review the entire gamut of bilateral ties. Several such high-level visits have strengthened ties further, adds Ambassador Kuldeep Singh Bharadwaj.
Algerian President Mr. Abdulaziz Bouteflika visited India as the guest of honor for the Republic Day ceremonies in 2001. There have been a stream of visits at ministerial and official levels between the two countries.
That was the orchestra El Gusto performing Shabi music. India's bilateral cooperation and assistance to Algeria spans a broad spectrum of areas. Algerian government officials have been regularly utilizing the Indian Technical and Economic Cooperation ITEC training programs.
India has also been training Algerian scientists in remote sensing. An Algerian satellite has been launched by ISRO.
Algeria is prone to earthquakes. India has committed financial and humanitarian assistance for victims of such natural disasters.
يا رايح وين مسافر تروح تعيا وتقول لي شحال ندموا العباد.
Ya Raya, traditional song in a modern version. On economic and trade relations between India and Algeria, Ambassador Kuldeep Singh Bharadwaj says,
the commercial and economic relations between India and Algeria have gone from positions of strength to strength. Our exports, from a level of $55 million in 2002, have reached $1,300 million in 2013. Our export basket is also quite diverse, from vehicles like Maruti, Mahindra, Tata, Hyundai, and Chevrolet, and their spare parts to frozen meat, pharmaceuticals, chemicals, tractors, pipes and tubes, mobile phones and their accessories, chickpeas, milk and milk products, and basmati rice. Exports from Algeria have been confined to crude oil, natural gas, LPG, and blue leather.
Ambassador Bhardwaj outlines the sectors in which Indian companies and public sector undertakings have been executing projects in Algeria.
There are about 15 Indian companies operating in Algeria in the fields of electricity transmission, hydrocarbon, civil construction, pharmaceuticals, and hospitality sector.
Engineers India Limited have been working as a consultant for the Algerian national oil major Sonatrach for more than 25 years.
Popular Algerian genre of music, Rai, and its star exponent, Khalid's hit song, Didi, from the 1990s, which became a hit in India too.
On the strong Indo-Algerian cultural ties, Ambassador Kuldeep Singh Bharadwaj says
cultural ties between India and Algeria are very strong because of similar family values and social customs. India has been sending on a regular basis cultural troops to Algeria. India also participated in the Tlemcen Islamic Capital of the World 2011, where an India Week was celebrated. Algerian National Ballet performed an array of folk dances in 4 Indian cities including Delhi in 2010. Recently, India participated in a big way in 2nd India Arab Cultural Festival organized by the League of Arab States and Algerian Ministry of Culture, and Indian group Sadhya and Algerian National Ballet jointly choreographed a dance synthesis Osmosis, which was very well appreciated. The song Jaane Tu Ya Jaane Na from a Shashi Kapoor star Aa Gale Lag Ja is so popular in Algeria that everyone, including the new generation, remembers this song and sing it at every opportunity.
Not just Bollywood, but Indian television programs too are popular in Algeria, adds envoy Bhardwaj.
Algerians also have started liking the Indian soap operas, dubbed or subtitled in Arabic, which are available on satellite TV channels from Gulf.
saris for the bride, biryani and tandoori food on the menu, India's culture and cuisine are embraced wholeheartedly by the Algerians, says India's Ambassador Kuldeep Singh Bharadwaj.
Algerians have a typical tradition of the bride changing 7 dresses on the night of the wedding, and it is not surprising that one of the dress in great demand is sari or an Indian costume with Indian jewelry. Indian food is very popular. The largest restaurant in Algeria is an Indian restaurant called Taj Mahal. Another restaurant, Maharaja, is also quite popular. Indian biryani, kebabs and tandoori dishes are very popular, and that was the reason why the embassy had organized food festival over the last 3 years.
That wraps up our visit to Algeria. But before we go, here's a question for you.
India's participation in Algeria's upcoming International Trade Fair next year will be special. Can you tell us why?
Send in your answers to indiajourneys360@gmail.com. The first 3 listeners sending in the correct answer will get a music CD from AIR's archive and a DVD from the Ministry of External Affairs. Don't forget to write your address and phone number when you mail us.
Congratulations, Chandrasekhar Singh from Katwaria Sarai in Delhi, Akhilesh Gupta from Varanasi in Uttar Pradesh, and Aniket Daptari from Vileparle in Mumbai for the right answer to the question in Germany.
The quotation was by Friedrich Max Müller, German-born philologist and one of the founders of Indology studies, taken from his compilation of lectures titled India, What It Can Teach Us.
Until next time then, goodbye.
And travel safe.